shepherd back. Yeah. Bit too savage. Savage like music. Savage like music.
Are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We are back tonight. We are back tonight. Listen, this is the last day of Black History Month, even though it has been basically, forgot about, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely wanted to highlight somebody special. Definitely. The ladies do not get enough props. The ladies do not get enough respect. The ladies don't get put on the forefront as they should. But I felt like this was necessary, especially to end Black History Month in a spectacular way with none other than the special guest that I'm about to bring you right now. Now, without further ado, the introductory. Check this out. How do you juggle a booming real estate career while simultaneously diving headfirst into the world of professional acting? Today, we're thrilled to chat with the incredibly talented Shyree Cyprian, a passionate real estate agent from Franklinton, Louisiana, by the way of Montgomery, Alabama, who's also stepping into the spotlight with her role in the drama Bitter. Now, check this out. In this conversation, we'll delve into her fascinating journey from selling homes to performing on the screen and explore how she balances her formidable professional ambitions with her cherished family life. None other. I gotta welcome her, Shyree.
Yes. Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I want to be on screen. hmm Which button? I don't know what's happening. I don't know why. Okay.
I want to send a special shout out to my group, none other than the people over there at 8 Ball Coffee. Listen, a coffee blend like no other to get your morning started for an evening nightcap. The coffee beans made from this magnificent blend are from multi-generational harvesters and growers of Kenya. 8 Ball Coffee is not only a way to support the community, but also a way to support the environment globally. But I want y'all to most of all remember this. Let's sip some coffee, man. Shout out to my boy 8 Ball. Now, without further ado, there you go. You know what I'm
Hey.
saying? There she is. There she is. There she is. Listen, I want to kick things off. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Let's kick things off with your journey. What led you to becoming a real estate agent?
Um, honestly, um, I've always dreamed of just being my own entrepreneur. No matter what that looked like. Initially, I was pushing to be a real estate agent for the state of Georgia. But due to some minor setbacks, I had to take a break from it. Also, being homeless, uh, that was one of my main pushes, I should say, because um, I didn't have anybody looking out for me. I didn't have anybody giving me the ropes or telling me which way to go or how to do this and how to do that. So, a lot of the things that I do now, as far as being a real estate agent, is to look out for those who don't have guidance when it comes down to looking for their home or just trying to survive, honestly.
Man, that is a triumph story because definitely hearing that, this is the first time I've ever heard that from you. Seeing that you really pulled yourself up in the ranks, you know what I mean? You didn't complain, you didn't, you just figured things out, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely have to give you some love and respect for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, transitioning from real estate to acting is a big leap. What sparked your interest in film?
Well, growing up, I knew I always wanted to be on the big screen, but I just never knew what that looked like. Whether it was being a makeup artist or model or you name it. But I've honestly never pictured myself acting. So with me getting into the filming industry, it was really just a friend reaching out and saying, "Hey, there's that." I just took it.
Hmm. Now my question would be to this, and this is for the audience. Every career has its challenges. So what hurdles have you faced in both real estate and acting? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. For some reason, I keep getting pushed out.
Okay. Now I can hear you. In the meantime, I wanted to ask this question. Every career has its challenges. So what hurdles have you faced in both real estate and acting?
With real estate and acting, you have to find some type of balance. So for me, if you don't have anything to just keep you motivated or just to keep you pushing, you're gonna have a hard time because with film and with real estate, they both come hand in hand where you have to deal with a lot of rejection. You really have to put your big girl panties on and just be like, okay, I'm just gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep pushing till I get a yes. So, really, with acting, this was honestly my first film. So, I haven't really experienced anything drastic. I'm grateful that this production that I decided to be a part of was actually one of the best I think that I'll probably experience. Not only was the producer and the director just amazing and very professional, and he's good at his craft, but he made the experience easy for me.
See, and that's very interesting because acting can be inspiring, but I got to ask you, it seems like you've been doing it forever. So who are some of the people that inspired you into acting?
Hmm. Honestly, all the greats. You have Taraji P. Henson. You have Angela Bassett. You have Denzel Washington. You have so many great um, black people that's in the filming industry that anybody could really look up to. But I particularly can't really say outside of Kiki Palmer. I am a huge fan of hers.
Shout
That's
out Kiki Palmer, you know what I mean? So no, you have a top great list of great actors, especially making a mark in the game, and I got to give you some love and respect for that. Um, But what's interesting is, what is your top five Mount Rushmore of actors of men and women?
Top five. Whew.
I know
That's
Denzel got to be on that list.
definitely, definitely. Like I said, you have Taraji P. Henson, you have Angela Bassett, you
Oh,
have
that's good.
Loretta Devine, you have wow, it's so many.
As far as the brothers, where you rank the brothers? I look, I'm always, just for the sake of it, put Terrence Howard on there, especially.
Definitely, definitely,
So,
definitely, yes, definitely.
Morgan Freeman, and just the Jamie Foxx. You know what I'm saying? It's so many of
It's
them that
so
you just can't
many.
really, you can't just compact the size them all in there, because you don't you scared to leave everybody out. You know what I'm saying? Especially that paved the way in acting. But I gotta ask you, what strategies have you used to tackle the challenges in acting?
A acting coach.
Who's your acting coach? I gotta ask, because it seemed like I said, once you got on that screen, it just seemed like everything was smooth. And from what Mac told me, he said everything was just pretty much you know, a smooth transition, especially in the film process of it.
um, what can I say? My acting coach. I have two actually. One. I don't really want to give them away. I'm gonna be honest because I'm kind
She keeping the secret sauce. Okay.
of. Yeah, I kind of don't want to give them away, mainly because to me they're like precious jewels.
Mhm.
And I've spoken with them about this, and they're like, "Shy, like, come on." Like, I'm just like, I guess I have to look at it in a sense that, with what I do on a day to day basis, I am a lash technician, and I do have clients that choose not to share my work, and then I'm like, okay, why you won't share my work? Why you won't promote me? And they're like, well, Shy, if I tell the world or tell all my friends who does my lashes, then that means I won't have a slot. I say,
so, so I'll be like, hey man, because here's a good strategy for it. Hey, if y'all really love my work, you know what I'm saying? Let me up these prices.
that part, that part.
Come on. If you really love me, man, put in the work and show me some love.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
Now, balancing a career in real estate and acting while managing family responsibilities can be tough. How do you find that balance?
Mm, that's a good one. I find balance, and not only through God. I must say that He is the head of my life, and without God, I can't do what I do every day, because mentally you have to be in a state to where you can push yourself physically. And so for me, being that I do deal with everyday obstacles just like everybody else, I just have to keep myself focused, whether that's exercising or taking walks or taking long rides. But I do have a strong support system back home. And with them, I'm capable of doing anything. So I push for them, and that's my motivation.
See, you said a key word, you know what I mean? A family system, a good, strong background. And I think that's what's missing in today's culture, because everybody has this prideful story of doing it by themselves, when we know dang well that it takes a network of people. It takes certain people, especially when you can't go on the way that you want to go on in that process to build. You got that foundation of people that love you, care for you, going to protect you, going to make sure that they empower you. And I think that that's what's missing culturally. And every time I think about Louisiana, and every time I think about Alabama, I think about black family. I think about country life. I think about all of those things. Um, you said that you came all the way scraping from the bottom. Where do you rank as far as the importance of family?
Um, with me, being so far, I am one of those that don't mind living outside of my state or my hometown because I just know what it's like to try to push and strive there, and it got me nowhere. So, me shifting my way to Alabama, it was hard because I left out of a very traumatizing situation, domestic violence, I should say. But it left me carless. It left me homeless. And so with that, my mom, she, open arms, like, you can come home, you can, do what you have to do here. And I'm just like, Ma, I just feel like me coming home would be too much of a setback. And I just kept pushing forward. Like, I had to really, really stick through it because I felt like God was just telling me, like, Shy, you're almost there. Just stand in it, stand in this moment, stand still. And so with that, here I am.
Man, that's a blessing for real. Nah, that's for real. You know, um and this is for anybody that's watching, you know what I'm saying, the young guys, the young girls, any tips for viewers who might be struggling, you know what I'm saying, because those are big responsibilities as far as family and acting and this, uh who anybody that might be struggling to balance those opportunities or those responsibilities, any tips do you have specifically on the men's side, for the men and women, it doesn't matter? I
But
wanted to
yeah,
ask that.
yeah.
Any tips for the viewers who might be struggling to balance multiple responsibilities?
mm, that's I can't say anything but to pray. That's
Nah,
really
that's real.
all it is, because if you don't have that balance mentally, how can you balance anything else? I mean, you have to know somebody's rooting for you. You have to know that somebody is wanting the best for you, no matter how weird people may get, no matter how family leave you hanging. Like, you have to push every day for you. Nobody else, because nobody is gonna save you, and that's just how you have to look at it.
Especially when I see that in today's time, and me just thinking about that, you this movie particularly that you acted in, Bitter, kind of softened my heart, and just even hearing the reiteration of what you went through in the process um makes me rewire my thought process, especially of people going through things and becoming strong and persevering through certain things. I think that's very, it taught me a lot, you know what I'm saying, you've taught me a lot. um Now, away from all the acting, away from the real estate and all of that, away from the acting and all that, how do you decompress is from stress?
I have to meditate. Honestly, I have to meditate. I work out. I exercise. I do FaceTime videos with my nieces and nephews. Like, I try every reason every day to keep my mind focused on what's ahead and not behind me.
That's real, because especially balancing acting, that's time consuming. Real estate is very meticulous. You're doing numbers, you're looking at locations, you're showing clients, you know what I'm saying, even from a commercial and um, residential aspect, you know what I'm saying, especially if you're covering multiple grounds,
Right.
that can really take a lot out of you day by day. And like I say, balancing a career, that's very serious, and especially when it comes to the money aspect of it, because you have a family. And that right there is, you got people looking at you, nephews, uncles, mom, kids, everybody's is riding on you to be that most responsible person, if even if they don't have another point of reference outside. Believe it
Right.
or not, I learned this. You are a role model for the upcoming actors. I mean, just a multitude of people. And I think a lot of times people don't realize how much pressure that you have, dealing with those type of situations. But I have to ask this. Let's dive into your role, Bitter. Can you share a little bit about the film and your character?
Well, Tanya was supposed. Well, she is a paralegal, a really loyal, genuine friend, looking out for not only her friend but his significant other also. And I, with this particular situation, it's kind of like it was manifested. I feel like the thing was manifested. Yes. So Tanya was a paralegal. Just a genuine, loyal friend, just looking out for her friend and his significant other, which we all know over time with women and men being friends, you watch your friend go through things and that you know that they don't deserve, or possibly you may be going through some things and you wish you kind of look like, oh, I wish I had a friend like that, or I wish I had a man like that that does what he does for her. And I feel like with their friendship, yeah, she did have feelings for him, but she kept that bottled in. She respected the relationship that he had with the mother of his child. And with her being toxic, chaotic, of course, you can push somebody to a point where they have no choice but to go find better, or at least be with someone that gives them peace.
And that stuck out with me in the film, especially um, with him trying to do right. And when I say do right, meaning he handling his business, he's taking care of the kid, he's taking care of her, he's making sure that he's a protector, preserver, and provider in the family. And I think this resonates with a lot of our culture. You know what I'm saying? I told him it hit home definitely with a lot of brothers who really want that. I know a lot of times people may believe that that's a lost thing within our culture, but no, man, there's people out here that really want that. And then to see your character shine bright and
Yeah.
really take the time of understanding of the process of what he went through, man, that you let me tell you something. That was the star role. You don't understand because just like everybody fantasize about certain characters, you had the men definitely, because I had some people watch this movie and look, you had some that could completely understand, and then there
Hmm.
was some that refused to understand
Hmm.
how these things work. But shout out to the ladies that understand, you know.
Yes.
It was some listen, I done had some dragged out, like knocked out arguments with people. I'm like, do you
Yeah.
realize that there was a chain of events that led up to this? And her side was completely innocent. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't care. That's my man. If we going through stuff, mind your damn business. So,
Yes.
so
It's crazy because even looking at a movie, and the evidence was never there that they messed around before or at all. It was clear that she made her mistakes. She pushed him to the edge. Here's a friend that's been right there the whole time, rooting for him, supporting him, and it's like, dang, I've been worried about this when I could have had this. Like, it happens. And I can honestly say I've been in a situation like that, not on the toxic side, but just always being that friend that's always there for somebody and genuinely there, but you have somebody manifesting y'all together. You just, and it happens. It does.
I'm gonna say this. What I witnessed in that movie, and I told him I watch it not just from a consumer standpoint, but I watched it from a counseling and therapeutic standpoint. What I
Hmm.
seen in that movie, I seen gaslighting,
Yeah.
I seen ad hominems, I seen
Hmm.
complete just obliteration of anything of understanding. I seen cognitive dissonance in there. And then
Mhm.
it got to the point where it became cognitive decline. And I know a lot of people are like, what the hell are you talking about, Robert? These are medical terms, right? Used in therapy for people to
Mhm.
understand exactly who people are. And in that movie, that character that she played showed a lot of that. And I believe that this movie is a reflection of real time. I don't care what nobody say. That movie is a reflection of what's going on today.
And what a lot of people don't realize in this time and these moments that we're in is that we as adults we don't know how to take accountability for our actions. And that's one thing I've been dealing with for the past 2 years, even with things that I even know I never put myself in, but I have to take accountability. Like with Shy, you saw that red flag. You could have left before it got this to this, what it is for a lot of people.
Now, it's funny you say that because
Yeah,
it's funny you say that because when we look at the situation and I could give you a little bit more empathy because of you going through things by yourself, so it's
yeah.
hard for you to let go and to let somebody lead when you know that you had you the whole time of you at your bottom point. So I think a lot of times, and no, I think I think And I think in a lot of those man to come in and want to show you a different way or show you a different era, it just completely obliterated everything. You know what I'm saying? And I think you got background noise. I don't know what happened. There it is. There you
Okay.
go. There you go. And what I'm saying is, and I can understand that it can be hard to let a man come in and lead because even at your lowest points, you were really by yourself and you took control of your destiny. But somebody to come in, I know it can be hard. So I share that empathy and that sympathy a little bit more because it can be hard. You know what I'm saying? When you know you had you, it's hard to let somebody else come in and have you. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
even harder when you know that man is the reason why you're in the situation you're in. But with my spiritual journey, I have healed from my hurt, my pain. Like I'm able to talk about it, not cry, not tense up, not get mad, not get angry anymore. But I still have love in me. I'm still a hopeless romantic. I still feel like love is love. Like I would never tell you, oh girl, leave that man alone. I'm healed.
Hey, listen, I'm never an advocate. I'm never an advocate, and I learned this from my mentor. I'm never an advocate of people breaking up. You know what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
feel like if you get into it, hey, if it's that bad, just move across the street.
That
I ain't
part.
saying break up with him because I'm gonna tell you this: I'm not gonna snuggle up with you. You know what I'm saying? So y'all figure it out. If y'all got to move across the street, take a little break. Do move across the street like Kanye. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Do what you gotta
So,
do. Do what you have to
but
do. And I'm the same way. I tell girls all the time, even friends or people I just communicate with. Okay, y'all have a disagreement. Oh, just let them blow it off. It's fine. Y'all gonna be all right. Like I try to give girls and women hope. You know what I'm saying? But I also know that when it comes down to domestic violence, whether it's mental abuse, physical or verbal abuse, abuse is abuse.
yeah,
So it'll get worse before it get better. So the only person that can help them is God.
yeah.
You can't do
Well,
anything about it.
now Now I want to ask you a question. In the movie Bitter, what was it like working with the cast and crew?
It was amazing. Honestly, it was really fun. Like everybody was just, warm and welcoming. And I feel like the biggest part of being a part of a production is all in the director because they have to have their ducks in a row in order for you to be able to just follow. And I can honestly say that working with Lavertis was smooth, calm, and collected. Like I didn't have to do too much or work too hard. Of course, I had to do my part and
Mhm.
deliver those lines, but he's amazing. His
Shout
words,
out to my shout out to my boy.
everything.
Snap out of here.
Definitely.
Now, I'm gonna say this on the other side of it, like I was engulfing myself, especially in the movie,
Mhm.
especially on her. And to me, I think she did too good of a job because I
She's
ain't gonna lie
amazing.
to you. I'm gonna tell you like this. If I see her in public, I'm gonna be like, shame, shame, boo.
But
I
what
promise you.
y'all, what's so crazy is that she's cool as hell. Like like we can go chill, we can vibe. Like she cool as hell, and I kind of hate that she's kind of the villain, But truthfully, she's that girl. She can be that girl, but she's sweet. She's such a sweetheart and beautiful.
I, I
Yes,
feel like I feel like you got to sleep with one eye open and one eye closed with that one, for real. 'Cause I was like, oh no, man, I wouldn't even take no chance, But like I
yeah,
say, because it was great acting. I can say that on
yeah.
both
She's
y'all parts. You know what
amazing.
I'm saying?
She is definitely amazing, and I wouldn't mind working with her again in the future. So yes, definitely shout out to China.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, your character is one of the soothing women that a man wishes for, and longs for in real time, caring and understanding, and most of all, attentive. Now, since the movie is dropped, what have people been saying to you directly?
I actually got a reaction that I didn't expect, and
Hmm.
I got my props. I got my kudos because even it took me a while to even watch it myself. I honestly can say I literally just watched it 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yes.
And I'm gonna send a special shout out to my boy Tim because he's the one that put me on the movie,
Mhm.
and he told me he kept saying it over and over. Man, watch that movie, man. Watch that movie. Raw, raw. Watch that movie. I was like, all right, I got you. And let me tell you something. All his recommendations, especially the ones I missed or what have you, or I don't see, because he knows I don't watch TV, and really he don't watch TV either, right? So
Mhm.
when he put me on the movie, that I was engulfed in it, and like I say, man, you did an excellent job as far as the acting in there. But
Thank
I
you.
have to say this: your character gave me an eye opener on how a man should be treated and how I want to be treated. So this character was a reflection, you know what I'm saying? Which I like I say, you're doing real things in real life too.
Mhm.
But I had a lot of pushback on your character, but nonetheless, what do you think? What do you think that could change the narrative, especially in this movie based on real life? What do you think?
I don't really think anything can change it. Mainly because I'm that person at heart. That's
Mhm.
why I feel like that it was so easy to be natural and play that role because I'm her. Like I'm Tanya. I'm her in real life. I'm soft. I'm submissive. I love love. I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm gentle. If you allow me to be gentle.
So, with that being said, and that's a good thing,
Mhm.
um, the movie Bitter, was real scenarios that play out in every day, and some of these situations end badly. What was the most emotional scene in the movie that really hit home for you, but not just for you, but the watchers too as well?
Being hit. That was the thing. The first slap, I should say.
That first slap was wild. You know what I mean? Because I expected it to be just a little bit different. I didn't expect her to go all out in that situation like that, especially when he brought up in the movie that y'all were both friends. And he was like, look, she respects you just as much as she respects me, and you're not in the midst of it. So, I can pretty much understand, you know what I'm saying, even from a woman's perspective, you she's looking at you side-eyed. Um, Especially in the movie, she was looking at you side-eyed and just looking at you, thinking that, you was trying to creep up, but it was all innocent. You know what I'm saying? In that movie
Mhm.
aspect, it was all innocent. But I can understand, and I try to, look at both sides of the spectrum. A
Yeah.
woman will kind of be like, hey, y'all a little bit too close, too friendly, animal crackers, the inside, y'all got inside
Mhm.
jokes that she wants to be a part of. So I get it. But I would say this: people, actually um felt like, like I told you, that home wrecker, but you never
Mm-hmm.
did anything. And I believe that that right there is a narrative that gets spent out of control. Like, for example, I believe in this, like the 6 degrees of separation or whatever. Like, there's a
Mm-hmm.
whole bunch of chain events that can lead up to something. I do believe that. You know what I'm saying? And especially with your character, what was it like seeing yourself, play that role when you watched it? Like, what was it like?
It was actually mind blowing. Because it's like I can honestly say I self sabotage. And I think a lot of women do. A lot of people do. They self sabotage. And that's the reason why we don't get as far as we can get in life because we're so stuck in our heads. And I'm a big overthinker. So I'm hard on myself. I'm myself biggest critic. So watching myself on screen is kind of like I know where I could have done better. I know my triggers also. So like I said, me being hit, it did bring back traumatizing events. And so that for me most importantly was kind of like wow, you had to relive that moment kind of again, you know? So yeah.
And just me hearing that and just correlating it back to the movie, you relive that in that process, and sometimes it can be emotional. Did you have to take breaks and things like that to get yourself together in those specific parts?
Yeah, like I told my mom, I was just like, Ma, like you don't understand like acting. I see why they make so much money being actresses and actors because it's like you have to put yourself in situations or in a mindset to where sometimes you don't know if you can come out of it. And so after going through that and it's like, oh, that was triggering. So okay, Shy, bring yourself back together. So it it can take a toll on you. And I honestly can see why some actors and actresses, do have mental issues after a while because you're having to bring yourself back to yourself after having to pretend to be somebody else.
And that's real. And let me tell you something. You give a definition, a whole definition to the ride or die, right? Like, you was ride or die literally in this movie where you rode all the way to the wheels fall off and you was damn near about to die. So I gotta, so that right there in itself was wild. You know what I'm saying? so,
Yes.
so now
Mhm.
this is for the young women and this is for the young brothers, and they could take this information. Any tips for the young women coming into acting, and what preparation steps should they take and understand?
Um, in film, I say if you feel like you have the talent for it, go for it. If you feel like that's something you want to push for, go for it. And what's crazy to me is that initially coming into doing this film particularly, I went in to audition simply to be a Uber driver. Like no lie, I told her, "Hey, I don't want to, audition for lead. I just want to be a little extra or something." And she's like, "Well, you still have to send an audition tape." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Sent it in, and I think at that time I was going through a lot mentally, and just had the weight of the world on my shoulders, and I was ready to just give up. And then Matt hit me up and he said, "Congratulations, we want to offer you the lead role." And in that moment, I was literally sitting over a client doing her lashes, and all I could do was cry. Because in that moment, I knew that God was really just, He heard me and He was putting me in a position to be my great self, to actually show people that what you tried to do, it did not work.
Man, that's amazing. Now, I'm gonna say this: you're impacting women all across the world and putting a stake in the movie acting. Are you gonna be doing any conferences or any speaking engagements? Because it seems like you had a talent for it.
I'm actually in the process of trying to work on a book
Okay.
to tell my story and also tell my testimony and let
Mhm.
women know that your life does not start or stop with where you came from. Your destination is not where you are right now is not your final destination. it's up to you to not let your trauma dictate your life. Like you have to take that and use that as energy, and you got to push yourself. Use it as motivation. Show them what they didn't take from you. And honestly and truthfully, if it wasn't for my losses, I wouldn't be here.
Man, I have to give you much love and much respect because, like I say, you're inspiring me at this point because, and it also makes me be grateful and thankful. You know what I'm saying? Just to even hear somebody else's perspective of even going through that process and getting to where you at now. Um, Kudos to you. And then also want to say this: if you go back in time with all the information you know that you didn't know then, what would you tell your younger self?
You are loved no matter how you look, no matter how you feel. It's okay to know that you're beautiful. Don't dim your light for nobody. Not, I mean, nobody. And being that I had to grow up in a world where I could not say that I was pretty because I couldn't be too pretty. I couldn't think that I was better than anybody. So I had to humble myself at a very early age. And I can honestly say, being 32 years old and still trying to fight insecurities and fight, you know, the battle within myself of just constantly feeling like I have to be perfect 25/8. Push and keep going and just keep God first, no matter what you do. And even if you do decide to get into film or acting, if I had my acting coaches in the beginning, um, yeah, I just say go for it. Start with the acting classes if you have to. Start with therapy if you need it. Like do what you have to do to make sure you are okay and you are okay mentally. But don't dim your light for nobody. I
Come
mean
on
nobody.
now. Come on now. Now, I have to ask Shari.
Hmm.
Now, what's on your playlist as far as music? Now, I heard some good music in the film, but what's on your playlist?
1 second.
And to all those, look, I'm finna put a thing in the guest link. Listen, if you got any questions and you want to put your acting shoes on and your acting chops, by all means, listen. The link is in the chat, man. The floor is yours if you want to come up and ask questions. By all means. But what's on your playlist? I gotta ask that question. What's on your playlist?
On my playlist, I have K Camp, I have Cleo Soul, I have Damani. I love him. Oh my god, I love him so bad. Anything R&B, 90s R&B. I am a 90s baby, so I love my 90s R&B. Um my gospel. I love all my gospel, but I love anything that you can ride and vibe to. Whether that's soul, whether that's neo soul, like I love music actually. Not just the beat, not just the lyrics. I love everything about it.
Man, if you get a chance, man, check out Asteroid. He's from Houston locally. From here. I like Dear to Silas. He's hard too. He gives me good vibes, motivation. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Um, of course, Tank. But
Mhm.
by the way of Louisiana, I'm kind of old school. Um, Soldier Slim,
Yeah.
C Murder Juvenile, that era. As far
Yeah.
as Alabama, I love Rich Boy, Dirtbag, um, Honeycomb Brazy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Adobe, you know what I'm saying? So I'm very familiar with the Alabama culture, their music, and they're making an impact. And there's another dude named Hundo Fat. I heard his song "New Money." It's starting to take a little sweep, especially in Alabama. So I put him on my timeline, and he's been
Mhm.
getting a lot of good reviews. So you know what I'm saying. I like your style of music and whatnot. Now I have to ask this too.
Mhm.
Um, what's your top three movies?
That's hard because I'm a movie head. That is so hard. So when you say top three, you're saying like ones that I can watch constantly over and over.
Over and over.
Hmm. One, don't laugh at me.
Okay, okay.
The Notebook.
Ah, that's a okay. Yeah, that's yeah.
Definitely. It gives you hope. It gives you so much hope.
Nah, The Notebook is a good movie, man. That's a lot of people's favorite movie, actually.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
that's one of my favorites. Will always be one of my favorites. Baby's Kids.
Hey, hold up, hold up. Babyface Kids, yo. I
Yeah.
would have never thought. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can recite the whole movie.
Oh man, oh boy. So I
Uh,
gotta ask, what's number three? You went from love,
mhm.
comedy. What's gonna be the third one?
Hmm. House Party. If you know what I'm talking
Oh,
about. If you know what I'm talking
Kid and Play. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you this: did you ever do the dance? Did you do the dance?
Which one? Of
The
which movie?
on the original dance, the original Kid and Play
I
dance.
think we all tried it. I
I think
think
I
yeah.
I think I damn near broke my ankles trying to do it. I was young. I didn't know better. So nah, but see, you giving an insight to the people of, you know what I'm saying, just who you are on screen,
Hmm.
off screen, and you know what I'm saying. I ask these questions, and like I say, if y'all ever want to look, like, subscribe, share, comment on tonight's interview. Listen, we want to bring a different element, especially when it comes to these interviews. That way you could get to know the actors, get to know the people, and like I said, this is Black History Month. What better way to end Black History Month than with a sister that is making an impact in real estate, impact in acting, impact in other people's lives as far as being positive and just energetic in a good spirit. That's something that the culture needs. And I have to give you much love and much respect. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you. Thank you.
Now, I want to get into a particular part on the movie. I might not do all of them, but I just want to do this particular piece in the movie. So let me bring it up real quick. Let me see if I can share the screen one time for you, mind, and just take me and walk me through this particular scene on the movie. Check this out. Hold on one second.
Okay. Lord.
What's up, Tanya? Shay, what the hell? What are you doing here? See, that's the same thing I was asking earlier when I received the call from someone at family court threatening to take custody of Junior away from me if I missed another visitation order. And I know Trail didn't call me in, so I sat back and thought, who the fuck else would besides a hating ass hoe? Shay, I won't stoop to your level with the insults. But yeah, I told him to check in because you know that's not right. It's not your fucking business, Tanya. See, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Why are you always so concerned about our business? Because I'm a friend, Shay. I want what's best for the both of y'all. And that's why you keep inserting yourself into our life? That's why you trying to take my spot? You want my baby daddy that bad. Is you cool, ho? Shay, it's not even like that. Trell and I have been friends since we were kids. Wow. It's kind of sad. You've been lying for so long, you're actually starting to believe your own bullshit. I see the way you look at him, how available you make yourself for him. Anytime he needs something, he could call Tanya, and she come running. How fast would you open your legs if he asked you shit too? Shay, I may be a lot of things, but I'm no home wrecker. It's delusional, men stealing assholes like you who make it hard for real bitches like me.
Man, listen, on that part, hey man, she was getting straight into it like you was a straight enemy. Please walk me through this
Yes.
scene.
Man. Yeah. It is honestly, I see this all the time where you just in the middle. You're not in the wrong. You're not trying to comfort somebody. You're not trying to break up no happy home. You're just there to support. And I feel like sometimes in this situation, I feel like Shay manifested Tanya and Trail being together.
and that was one of the most intense parts, you know, and you already know what happens in that scene.
Mm-hmm.
I think, man, I think that this is and as crazy as it seems, I've been in this situation. That's why when I told Mac, I've literally nothing's going on. Everybody's in a good place, good space, but something in the mind, it just, I don't know, it's like a plug that just juices up and automatically sends you to a spiraling out of control.
Yeah.
What would you say to the brothers? Now, this is a good one. This, I know this was off, you know what I'm saying? What would you say to the brothers on how to deal with that type of situation?
Honestly, um, this what we say, we have to take accountability. When
Mhm.
you see things like this and you see the actions of your significant other, sometimes you do have to either take a step back and kind of reevaluate the situation, or at least try to pray about it, because you ask God to remove a person, He's gonna do it. He's not gonna take too long to do it, but He's gonna do it, or at least show you signs. But I feel like with this particular situation, not only was she controlling, a little more dominant than he possibly was, and then on top of that, men can get abused just as much as women can get abused, whether it's verbal or mental abuse, it's still abuse. And so if you're going through that and you have somebody that's kind of low key taunting you, baby mama or whatever the situation, I would tell any man, don't allow any woman to hold a child over you, because at the end of the day, nobody is getting hurt but that child. So if you have to step away, you have to. You have to. Because situations like that will cause either somebody to get hurt or even the child. So you have to make that decision for yourself as a man. What all are you willing to either lose or take behind your peace?
Man, absolutely. And it hits home because I tell people this all the time. You don't have to get shot, stabbed, jacked, hit with a bat, beat up, kill your dog, burn your mama house down, just to say that you are actually being loved or you're in a
Mm-hmm.
relationship. That's
Yep.
not black love. There are people out here that are going to work with you. There are people that are going to understand you, that are not going to fight with you and try to tear you down because they're insecure. There's going to be a point to where y'all grow together, continuously grow together, and be able to build. So
Right.
kudos to you in that scene. You know what I'm saying? And you were poised, you kept it cool, but you also told a lot of truths that she was not ready for.
Right.
That's that delusion part that came in, that
Mm-hmm.
cognitive dissonance that came in. All of those, the key things of what happens in black culture. So, you know, shout out to you, especially in that scene. You know what I'm saying? That actually made me engage more to you because you were sure and you seen all of the things that she wasn't doing properly and caused the relationship to disintegrate.
The fumble. Yep.
So listen to me, y'all. Listen to me, y'all. If y'all have not seen the movie Bitter, y'all go watch that tonight. Listen, get your popcorn. You might want to sit a little bit of distance from your old lady because she might get upset if you take old girl's side. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all please run the streams up. Go check out Bitter. She's and oh, I want to ask this. What other upcoming movie roles that you got coming up too?
um, I'm a real private person, so I don't like to share too much,
Okay.
because I do feel like some people do kind of try to pray against you, but
Mm.
that's not the last of me. That's all I have to say.
Man, more rolls of that, man, for real. More rolls of that. Listen, I'm gonna be a huge advocate. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna definitely be a huge advocate. Listen, I just want to thank you for joining me. You know what I'm saying? It's been a pleasure, it's been an honor for you to be on this program with me, man. And listen, we gotta do this again. You know, I wouldn't mind just bringing the whole cast, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We,
you love
you know,
them.
you
You
know
will
what I'm
love
saying? Bring
them.
everybody. You know, I definitely, you know what? She's next on the list because I got some bones to pick with her. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to just thank you for just giving us an insight on movie acting and your inspiration, your hustle, your grind, your drive. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you because you don't
Thank
understand. I really wanted this to happen because it's Black History Month. and I want our women to be looked at in a different light. You know what I'm saying? We always get the roughness, we always get the toughness, but I want people to also experience the side of sensibility, respect, honor, all of the things that is missing from Black culture. And you set the tone to this Black history and ending this month, you know what I'm saying, spectacularly. Shout out to you.
Thank you. Thank you. And also, I'm glad because I like people to know that not all Black women are bitter. Not
Come
all
on.
Black women are delusional or angry. We do have a lot of Black women that just want love, want the same love and respect as most men do. So, for you, I'm talking to you. Don't ever think that there's not somebody out there for you. God made
Absolutely.
whether God send you somebody in the same form as you or whatever it may be, it could be your cousin, it can be anybody, just somebody that sees you, rooting for you, and always got your back because we all need it. And sometimes they'll be right there in your face, just like Trail and Tanya, right there in your face, and you just can't see it, but they're there.
Look, so she could 1975 say, "That's right, baby."
That's my
Yes.
mama. Hey, girl.
Hey, shout out to moms. Shout out to moms. You know what I'm saying? Listen, listen, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. We could definitely got to do this, you know what I'm saying, next month. I want to bring everybody else from the movie and continuing forward, put everybody from Alabama on the map, And also, you have any shout outs that you want to give to tonight?
Yes, I do. Of course, I do want to shout out the whole cast and crew and everything with the movie Bitter, especially Mac, of course. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for seeing me and actually giving me the door in. And if it wasn't for you, then I wouldn't be, I can say that. All glory to God, most importantly, all glory to God. My mother for her support, my special friend Q. That's my heart. That's who supported me and motivated me. My nieces, nephews, my sisters, my brother, just anybody rooting for me. And that's just all I have to say because I don't have many in my circle, but I know it's a lot of strangers out there rooting for me, and I appreciate every single one of you.
Man, listen, nothing but positive vibes your way, good energy. It's almost spring break here in Houston, and they say, Miami's not having spring break. Everybody from California coming, New York, Miami. So,
Hmm.
definitely if you got any movie posters, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have my picket signs out there, go see Bitter. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna rock with y'all. So, I definitely gotta show y'all that love, all the way to Alabama. Houston loves y'all. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my boy Tim who put me on the movie, and then it
Thank
actually
you.
generated this conversation that we having now. Especially with Mac, you know what I'm saying, and the list goes on. Shout out to y'all, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
So until the next time, we definitely gonna yap about it. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. If you get a chance, this is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all, listen to me. Drop, like, subscribe. Man, listen, comment down. Listen, if y'all enjoyed this interview, listen, we had a little moments of few hiccups, but guess what? One problem don't stop no show. We continue to do what we do. And I also want to say this, if you ever tuned in for the first time and you just check this out, man, listen, it was an honor to just vibe with her. It was an honor to just be able to hear a different perspective. And for all those that want to act, for those that just want to see themselves in a different light, man, check out this interview. This interview is worth having in your repertoire. So shout out to y'all, man. But before we go, I want to send y'all off with some good energy, some good music, and some good vibes. Listen, this song that I'm about to drop on y'all is by my boy Asteroid. The name of the song is called Saturn. Listen, y'all go run them streams up with none other than my boy Asteroid. Asteroid, take us home. And until the next time, we definitely gonna yap about it. We out. One.
Sorry. You're not blonde enough.
If I could take you to Saturn, I'd introduce you to patterns that they couldn't find. I only need you for the sour, cause I wanna party with you in the San Valentine. Please carry on. I feel like everybody's rolling off of something, hoping at dysfunction. Bodies glisten all over the floor. DJ, the way she hit that replay, make someone for these. Body language, speaking fluency, freeze frame. I let it fly if it's a free thing. Tap to this line, I'm hoping you can reach me. Cause coffee beans in the morning is a sweet thing. After this line, I'm gonna be Saturn. I would introduce you to patterns that they couldn't find. And we do it for the sour. If I wanna party with you in the San Valentine, please carry on. I feel like everybody's rolling off of something, bumping at this function. Bodies glisten all over the floor. DJ, the way she hits that replay, that makes you want float easy. Got me out here speaking fluency.